Welcome! In the last lecture, we created this nighttime sky inside of our test level. And in this lecture, let's look at how we can apply these changes to our sky system. Since now we know what we need to adjust and we have all the values we need, we can start to take the blueprint actor. So I'm going to double click to open this dynamic sky. And in the function here, I'm going to create a new function. So click this add button to add a new function. I'm going to call this one handle night settings. And I'm going to place it in its own category. So you'll be O2 night settings. So first thing I'm going to do inside of this function, I'm going to hold down B on my keyboard and bring out the branch node. So I'm only going to change the properties if we are inside of nighttime. So I'm going to drag out this macro and connect it to this condition. And connect this pin to here. So if this condition is true, then I'm going to use a sequence node. So the first pin here will be the changes for the directional light we need. And the second one is for the sky atmosphere. So I'm going to drag out this moon directional light and drag out this pin. I'm going to use the function set intensity. And this new intensity here, I'm going to promote it to variable and change its name to moonlight intensity and place it in its own category. So change this to O2 night settings and click compile. For the default value here, I'm going to change it to 2. So the same as my test level. If I click this directional light, so currently the intensity is 2. Alright, next thing, I'm going to adjust this light color. So double click to open it. So I'm going to select this node, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V to paste it in here. And the next thing that I want to set is called set light color. And connect this pin to here. So for this new light color, I'm going to promote it to variable. And I'm going to call it moonlight color. And click compile. Now I'm going to go back to my level and I'm going to copy this light color. So copy it and go back to this blueprint, paste it in here. So it should be the same as our test value. And next one, I'm going to select this node again, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V it. So next one, I'm going to change its source angle. So promote this value into variable. And I'm going to call it moonlight source angle. And click compile. A default value of 0 is fine here. Alright, connect this pin to here. And the last one, we'll need to change its temperature. So paste this node again. And drag out this pin. I'm going to type in set temperature. And very important here, for moon directional light, I'm going to manually tick this use temperature so that we can change this value through blueprint. Alright, I'm going to promote this pin to variable. And I'm going to call it moonlight temperature. And click compile. Now I'm going to copy my test value into here. So go back to this level and I'm going to select this value, copy it and paste it back to here. Connect this pin to here. Alright, so these 4 functions are for the directional light of our moon. And connect this 0 to here. Alright, click compile. I'm going to organize these variables. So click their eye icons, expose all of them to the details panel, place them into this correct category. So change all of this to night settings. Alright, this is for the directional light. And next thing, I'm going to adjust the sky atmosphere. And one extra thing that we need to do, since the sky atmosphere is shared between daytime and nighttime, if we change the values inside, then in daytime we need to reset those values back. So I'm going to first drag out this sky atmosphere. And I'm going to select this function, connect this pin to here. So for this new value, I'm going to promote it to a variable. I'm going to call it nighttime relay scattering and click compile. I'm going to copy my test value in. So select this sky atmosphere and scroll down to this relay scattering. I'm going to right mouse button click, copy this color and paste it back to this nighttime relay scattering. And there's one more thing I like to adjust. So copy this node again. And this time I'm going to set multi-scattering and promote this to a new value. So I'm going to call this nighttime multi-scattering and click compile, give it a default value of 0.5. and connect this pin to here. Alright, that's the settings for the sky hemisphere. Then I'm gonna reset these values back to default if we are inside of daytime. So there'll be this false pin. So I'm gonna select these two nodes, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. And for our default value, we can get that by clicking this sky hemisphere. Now I'm going to double click to open it, and I'm going to copy this hex as RGB. So this is the value for this color. Click OK, double click to open this new value, and we're going to paste that number in here, and click OK. And also I'll be resetting this multi-scattering. So Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, these two nodes, and for this new value, change it back to 1. Alright, this takes care of resetting the value. We don't need to reset this directional light since nighttime has its own directional light. Alright, this should do. I'm going to click compile, and I'm going to go back to my construction script. I already have too many tabs. I'm going to close them. So right mouse button click, and I'm going to click this close other tabs. Alright, I'm going to add a new pin. And I'm going to drag out this handle night settings. Connect this pin to here. Alright, I'm going to click compile. And one last thing, I'm going to organize these variables. So click their eye icons and place them into the correct category. So select this one, place it in here, and click compile. Now let's go back to our main map to test this. So click maps, go back to this main map, click save selected. Alright, go back to my level. You can see we're already inside of the nighttime. And I'm going to click this dynamic sky. If I adjust this time of day, we can switch between daytime and nighttime. And that's great. Now I'm going to start to tweak the values for the night settings. So the moonlight intensity, I'm going to drag out this many. So I think a value of 2.2 would be better. And the moonlight color, maybe lower its brightness down a bit more. And for this moonlight temperature, I'm going to lower it down to somewhere near 7,000. Something like this. And for this Rayleigh scattering, I'm going to tweak it as well. So just make it a little bit purplish. Alright, something like this. And click OK. And I'm going to run around in my level. So go to world settings, change this game mode override to third person game mode, and click play. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with the current result. We can always come back to tweak the values again if we need. And I think this will do for now. So these are the values that are exposed to details panel, and they are all related to our nighttime sky. And inside of the construction script, this is the new function that I just added. All it does is first checking if we are inside of nighttime. If it's true, then it starts to set all those values inside of the directional light and the sky hemisphere. And if the condition is false, we'll need to reset the values back for our sky hemisphere. Feel free to use this as a reference if you need. Alright, it's time for you to do the same, and I'll see you in the next lecture.